Hello and welcome to Arcade Couch, best place to your friends to get game goodness each and every Monday. My name's John Blight and joining me on the couch this week, Ashley Hobley.
Hey John, excited to be here all together on the couch. Talk about Pokemon.
And Pika. Also here, Kira Marchant.
DK. Donkey Kong. DK.
My favorite bit is how you're
Donkey Kong.
like, I'm disappointed I didn't get to talk about Donkey Kong last week. I'm like, that's fine, we can talk about it. You can
This is the bit that I had to do last week.
Oh, right.
And so I just did the
You're
bit
like, nah,
this
no,
week.
it's fine. I don't need to talk about it.
Even though I'm not going to talk about it. I will talk
bit.
about it. I just want to do the bit because every time you get to a rest place, that music's playing. And
You
I
know you
haven't
can change the
changed
song, though. Like,
I do.
but why would you? I
But
guess,
why?
Exactly.
That's the bit, yeah. Anyway, Donkey Kong, still a good game. Haven't finished it yet still, but good. All right. Chockers news episode. Well, not Chockers, but I mean, that's all we're talking about.
Only news.
Only news episode, actually. Like only fans.
Don't you have a review up?
We're here to slap out. Oh, actually, no, I don't have. I don't have a.
Did someone have a review up?
Yeah, I don't have a review up, but good call. I forgot to add that to my notes. Jacob put a review out for Wheel World. I want to give that a quick shout out. That's a very good call. I forgot to put in the thing. He gave the game a 7.5, and he said, a fun world to explore. Odd characters that you meet only add to the game's overall appeal. Wheel World is impressed me with its art style and quality of the story. I'm still keen to jump into this one. This is the one where you like got a little skeleton head and you like run around a bike and everything. I've seen very mixed reviews so far to it. But yeah, I mean, I'm still intrigued. So, yeah.
7.6, well, 76 on OpenCritic at the moment. So
yeah, okay. So I mean, him at 7.5 is sort of on the average.
Par.
Yeah, on par. So I've seen some lower like 6s and 5s and stuff. Some people, but yeah, it is on Game Pass. If anyone feels so obliged, which is where I'm probably going to download it. So yeah. All right, let's kick into it. EA's Battlefield 6 reveal trailer has dropped alongside a leaked release date rights shown over at Press Start. EA and Battlefield Studios has today revealed the trailer for Battlefield 6. The first look provides our first little tease of the campaign. Within the trailer, we get a look at Pax Armada, a private military corporation bankrolled by former NATO states whose agenda threatens to throw the world into global conflict. I think this is a very fun and unlikely story. From what we can tell from the trailer, the game is definitely set in a modern New York, although more is set to be revealed in the next week or so when the game is fully unveiled. Whilst no other details have been revealed and the small details for the pre-order offer for the game, it says the pre-order offer will end on October 10th, suggesting that the game will release on this date, a day that was already rumored. All will be revealed next week as we get a first proper look at multiplayer reveal. I thought the trailer was cool. It's a very like action-paced, action full-fronted look at the single-player campaign. Lots of explosions and vehicles and everything that you sort of want out of a Battlefield game. I do think it's somewhat interesting that they've returned to single-player after the last Battlefield game was solely a multiplayer-only front, and they said that at the time, I don't have any quote to go off, but they pretty much said that single-player was a waste of money and resources, and they were just going to focus on multiplayer. So I wonder what turned there, and because it was as like we always bring up like Bad Company 2 and the Bad Company games, I guess in general are like these well-beloved Battlefield single-player games, and even some of the Battlefield games haven't had they've had decent little campaigns and stuff like that, but they did that whole thing where they spent 2 games going back through history and people didn't like those ones that much. So this one is to the modern day, to the future. I don't know. Kieran, are you keen to find out more about Battlefield? Multiplayer, single player, none of the above?
Not really. I just don't know. The war games, the Call of Duties, they don't really entice me to play their campaigns anymore. Unless it turns out
just
to
want
be
an 8-hour action movie in your lounge room, you know?
Like I don't know. Like it's not something. Like even then, like looking back at like the Modern Warfare series, like like the reboot across, was it 1 or 2 games or 3 games? I can't remember. Yeah, but like
2, I think. Yeah.
Even to say like those were spectacular campaigns, yeah, I still haven't gone back to them. I haven't got to play them, even though they are 8-hour, run throughs. Yeah, it's just not something that entices me anymore.
I like to play them because they remind me of a foreseeable future. You know, like these modern warfare ones and stuff, and anything that just makes me go, well, that could happen tomorrow. Really helps me sleep at night, personally. So that's how I'm feeling. Ash, do you care for Battlefield 6?
No, other than obviously it's competition for Call of Duty, and competition's good for everybody. I mean, it looks like a fun setting, obviously set around a bunch of New York, or at least Americans, landmarks. So, the Americans are on the back foot. I mean, it'd be more interesting if you actually played as the mercenaries.
The bad guys? The quote-unquote bad guys?
Quote-unquote bad guys, Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty. It looks graphically impressive. I'm sure it'll be up to the standard that we expect from DICE. So, I think definitely the first single-player element is probably an element of reading the room, and the number of people who've come out and said we want single player experiences. Whether that ends to be true, we'll wait and see. But also, I think there is value in creating your own unique characters for your games. Whether to increase the IP as something that you can sell down the road. Yeah, we've got a bunch of characters. We can do a Battlefield movie. Yeah, and this is
don't joke. They'll do it.
They will. That's what I'm saying.
I'm keen to learn more about the multiplayer. I've always been not always, because they haven't always been good, but I'm a Battlefield multiplayer fan in general, I'd say, when they are good. So I'm keen to learn more about this year. I'm going to cross my fingers and I'm hoping for a good, classic, somewhat return to rush mode is what we all want. That's the one. All right, Pokemon had their yearly July Pokemon Presents. The Pokemon Company did, even broken English, but yeah. Me and Ash have made several jokes throughout the week since watching it about it. Quality wise, not that exciting. Let's quickly run through what was here, I guess. So they talked about the Pokemon 2025 World Championships, which will be held in Anaheim this year. They then got to Pokemon Concierge, which is getting some new episodes on September 4th. This looked cool. This still looked cute. I have nothing against this. This is, still that. What do we call this? Felt characters? Is that?
Well, they're stop motion, right?
Yeah, but are they stop motion felt? They're felty, right? They're stop motion felt characters. They look felty.
I don't know. It depends on the character. Depends on the Pokemon.
Yeah, that looks good. Also reminded me, haven't actually gone and watched the original ones. Forgot they came out. So, watching this trailer, I was like, oh, is that not out yet? And then there were more episodes being added soon. I'm like, oh. Yeah, that's right. Some are already out, and I completely forgot to watch it. So, good reminder for that. Then when they announced a new series, or I took it as a series to be honest, but Pokemon Tales, The Misadventures of Sirfetch'd and Pichu, which is coming from the animation team at Aardman, who are obviously most famous for Wallace and Gromit, animating Kieran's Backyard when he lived in England, and
Chicken Run.
Chicken Run, Shaun the Sheep, these sorts of things. So
the classics.
The classics, yeah, exactly. This looked very cool. What do you think of this one though, Ash? Obviously a very short teaser. I wouldn't say too much about the teaser, but what do you think about the partnership, I guess?
No, I mean, it's a cool partnership, obviously, Aardman have a great track record, and it's a cool pairing. Very unexpected. The little bit of art style that we get to see in this trailer is very cool. Of the effects going on in the background. Just
focus on a Wooloo. In the front of the sheet. But
yeah, but then there's things happening off screen and fire and lightning
just running around and
yeah. It just that also is a weird team up, like a Sirfetch'd and a Pichu.
It is a weird pair up, yeah.
But at least it's very clearly set in the
Galari
sword/shield era.
Galar, yeah.
Yeah.
Which it's set there
Which makes
because
sense to England.
Galar was inspired by England, so
Yeah. So
I'm keen for that. But that is coming in 2027.
we'll
so
finally get
still-
to see fucking where the dog with sword puts its sword down and what's it become? It's a stupid dog.
Wait, no. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
how are we back?
Sorry.
Armin is making this serious to
Sorry.
answer this question.
Sorry. We need
How
to
does
answer the
dog
actual
with sword
question.
get around?
How does this shield that's sticking out of a dog's chest, how does he get through a door?
He doesn't. He just goes around.
Why the question?
Why does he need to go through doors? He's a Pokemon
Yes,
that lives
that's-
outside.
Yes, that's always been my question. Every time you bring this up, you're like, "How's he getting to a door?" I'm like, "It's a fucking legendary Pokemon.
So why the fuck does the dog need to drop the fucking sword?
To eat.
What if he can multitask?
He's only got one mouth.
Was he writing a fucking email? Like, what are we talking about here? Like,
Like he can fucking like just fucking he's fine.
the,
All right.
the funniest thing about this is I guarantee, well, I can't guarantee, but I feel pretty confident that there's no way they haven't had those two Pokemon appear in like Pokemon animation already. Like, there's just no way they
Probably.
haven't been in some episode or something I haven't watched. But
Hmm.
the next thing was Poke Park Kanto, which is the Pokemon park that's going to be in Japan. They talked about that and how it has two areas, Sedge Park and then the Pokemon Forest area. The grand opening is planned for early 2026. So tickets going on sale at the end of 2025. I'm very confused about what you're doing in this place, but I mean, I would obviously like.
Well, I mean, it looks like a park with a bunch of Pokemon statues in it, right?
Yeah. Do they have like games or I don't know, you know, like is there stars just wondering? That's fine. Okay.
Maybe in the village, but not the forest.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to go, but you sort of zone out sometimes.
Or you got some sort of AR app. That'd be cool.
some what?
AR app.
Oh, I thought you said AI app. I was like, what do we need to bring that into Pokemon for?
No. Just gonna have your own little Pokemon snap.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, maybe that could be a thing. Pokemon Go then got a bit. Pokemon Go Fest Max Finale will add Eternauts.
What's it mean by Max Finale?
It's like the event name. They're calling it Pokemon Go Fest Max Finale because they've added Gigamax Pokemon to the game recently. So
This is the last time they're gonna be in it.
last time they're talking about Pokemon Go with the amount of money it makes, I fucking doubt it.
No, but about the Max Pokemon.
Yeah, maybe
The
maybe
finale of Max Pokemon. Done.
of this event of the last 3 months, I guess, or something. And then Pokemon Masters EX showed up, and they Carmine and Sinestro is joining the game July 30th. This shows up every time, and I'm like, who's playing this? But whatever.
Enough people, apparently.
No, well, actually, talking about who's playing this, Pokemon Cafe remix. Lapras is coming to the game as a fucking pirate now. What's going on there?
I mean, he looks pretty cool with it.
I mean, yeah, this is the problem, right? I don't want to play this game at all, but I'm like, damn, Lapras, you look pretty baller.
The Totodile pirate in the background,
Yeah.
the image, you know.
You can surf the 7 seas. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. Yeah. Pokemon Sleep, legendary dogs are joining the game in September, and they're adding a new area called Amber Canyon. My favorite thing is every time they advertise the Pokemon Sleep, they're like, new Pokemon comes to the game, in which is sleeping. Also, I read a rumored news story today. They said a hard mode might be coming. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? You got to sleep longer? Like, what? You got to kill yourself? Like, what the fuck are we like?
You gotta kill yourself. Fuck me.
What are we talking about here? Oh, Jesus Christ.
You got to wake up at the exact right time.
Exact.
No alarm.
Spot on.
Yeah.
No alarm. You got to train your mind
Yeah.
to wake up on the exact right time.
Or set another alarm.
Yeah.
Not on your phone.
You wake up 10 minutes past when you would have like passed the level or some shit. You wait, and it's just like your phone's just giving you a
Fuck, ruin my day.
Pokemon Unite is getting Latios and Latias joining the game for the 4th anniversary of the game on August 8th. And Electro.
Fuck, the game's been out 4 years. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Still going strong. Still the best MOBA out there currently.
And yet you still have played more League than you have ever touched Pokemon Unite.
I think I played more League than any game in my life. That's the problem.
Yeah.
There's no way to catch up.
Fucking drugs will do that to you. And by drugs, I mean
ripping
League
a
of
white
Legends.
shirt
League of
off.
Legends, yeah.
Yeah.
Pokemon trading card game got a advertisement for Mega Evolution, which is set releasing in September. Then
So this wasn't clear to me. Is this
it's just the
actual
game.
physical cards?
Yeah, it's physical cards.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. Not trading card pocket. It's just
Yeah, because I was looking at the health. I'm like, fuck this. That'll take forever to knock out.
no, that was an advertisement for the actual card game. Yeah.
What's it doing here?
What's it doing here? The whole thing. It's not just for video games. It's
No, that's all right. I
they
realized that
talked
as soon
about a
as I
fucking
said
theme
it.
park. What are we talking about here?
I realized that as soon as I said it, yes.
Oh, Jesus. And then Pokemon Friends was announced. So this was the new game that they announced during the show and released at the time. It's available on Nintendo Switch. It's available on Apple and Google stores. It is free to play on Apple and Google Play Store. However, on Nintendo Switch, you have to buy it. Well, it basically forces you to buy the basic DLC pack that is available on the mobile versions of the game. So that's an odd choice, but nonetheless, it is a puzzle game in which you can complete daily puzzles. If you play it on your phone for free, you will have a max out, like you can only complete a couple of puzzles before you'll be told to come back tomorrow. If you buy any of the DLC packs on the phone, you'll unlock and be able to play any of the forever if you wish. Yeah. And on Nintendo Switch, because you're forced to pay for it, you can play for as many as you wish. But basically, completing puzzles, and then you earn little
yarn.
I don't know, it's wool. What are we?
Yarn.
Yarn.
Yeah,
sorry,
yarn, cotton, wood,
whatever.
Same thing.
Yeah. And then you put in the machine and you collect little plushies and you can decorate a little room in the game.
Little crochet Pokemon. And
stuff like that. I'm going to assume Ash dabbled in this because he would download a free mobile game.
Yes, I downloaded it in the middle of Present because it was pretty boring.
Yeah. I think it's fine.
I mean, yeah, there's like a ton of these kind of apps and games. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit Pokemon themed. You know, you just do your basic puzzle. It's like the old, like, make the water go all the way to the end. And how can you turn on all these lights without touching something twice?
They're very basic puzzles. But I mean, obviously, it's aimed at kids.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. I mean, in the trailer.
Little brain teasers every single day. So
yeah, little brain teasers, yeah. The only part that annoyed me is I downloaded that night. After the because the presenters was at like 11 p.m. So I got into bed around midnight, and I'm like, oh, I'll give the game a go. And I'm playing it. I do the first few puzzles, and it's fine. And then I get to one where I had to actually move my phone using like the gyroscope or whatever. I'm like, for fuck's sake, I'm trying to lay in bed and just relax. Like, what are you trying to make me do the goddamn gyroscope puzzle for? What are we doing here, man?
Pokemon really wants a monopoly on your gaming time in bed, you know? Between this, Pokemon Sleep, it's just...
They're like, do your daily puzzles. Put the sleep game on.
Check all your Pokemon around.
Yeah.
So currently around.
Make sure there's none left in Go to catch. Wake up, do it again.
We have remix in cafes, yeah.
Yeah, remix them cafes, whatever that means. That's a assortment of words you just said. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is getting a new Terra Raid series. It's out now. It's all the mythical Pokemon from the DLC for those games. But basically, if a million people capture them, or basically if a million people complete the raids, then everyone will get these shiny legendary Pokemon in mystery gift in the game. So that's kind of cool for people who want to collect the shinies and stuff. Then they talked about Pokemon Champions, which is the game that me and Ash forgot was announced because prior to the Pokemon Presents, Ash made a joke about them showing a Pokemon Stadium game. And we all laughed about it. And by we all, I mean me and him. Yep. And then during the show, they showed Pokemon Champions. And I'm sitting here watching it going, oh, that's right. They did announce that already. And it already exists. This game that is basically the extension of Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Coliseum. Anyway, they talked about that game some more. But yeah, it's basically Pokemon Stadium / Coliseum. It's going to be coming to mobile devices and Nintendo Switch. It's now, they gave a rough release date of 2026 now. But the thing for this game is you can transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Home and you get Pokemon in the game if you want. You can train them up. You can change their stats to make them the perfect team using points and whatever stuff. But for the people who love Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Coliseum, those games, this is your one to look forward to. And finally, they wrapped up the show with a new trailer for Pokemon Legends. ZA or ZA, whatever we're saying. This trailer was entirely Nintendo Switch 2 footage. I think it looked like it was running a lot better than any other previous trailer, which good luck to you that are all going to be playing this in the original Nintendo Switch, because it just, I don't know. I think to me, it's clearly running so much better on Nintendo Switch 2. They also did some things here. They talked about some characters you'll meet in the game. They introduced to the group of people that you'll meet at the start of the game in the group. I can't remember their name, but the group you join. And then they talked about other activities you'll be doing, like running into wild mega evolved Pokemon. And they also introduced the first new mega Pokemon in, I don't know, like 10 years, I think, since the last when they did them. But we got our first look at Mega Dragonite in this. So if you pre-order the game, you get a code for routes also. There you go. But, I will say, because obviously this is the Pokemon game releasing this year, I'm playing it no matter what, but now seeing it on Nintendo Switch 2 footage and stuff, I'm at least somewhat more keen knowing it doesn't look like it's running at 20 frames per second. So
I'm keen on this game simply because it looks to be a lot more story driven and a lot more narratively focused compared to the flimsiness of a Pokemon narrative over the last 20 years. But at the same time, I'm still wanting to see more of the UI. I'm wanting to see what this game looks like being played. Because,
I mean, I'll just assume it looks UI similar to the last Legends game, I guess. Like, little icon down the bottom, throw your Pokeball, cycle for your team, or whatever.
That's the thing. I actually thought about grabbing Arceus at some point because I have not played that game at all.
It was quite fun because it was so different, but I mean, they haven't patched it for Nintendo Switch 2, so it's still choppy. So
yeah, 100%. So that's the thing. I'm just interested to see how it plays, and thank you. How it plays. But yeah, it looks okay. It looks good. I'm still ready to laugh when this is just another half-assed Pokemon game.
No, hold on. No, we've discussed this. I said you're not allowed to use your full judgment on this Pokemon game because it's not one that's been solely developed for Nintendo Switch 2.
No, but it's still going to be a half-assed Pokemon game.
Were you going to play it?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, 100%.
I have to. Once 100%. Again, I have to play these games. I've bought a Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was actually... That was the thing of playing Donkey Kong the last couple of weeks. I'm like, oh my God, thank fuck, this game's good. Because if Donkey Kong wasn't
good, it's one of the best. So I mean,
yeah, it's one of the best games. Like, it is an enjoyable experience. Thank God this is really fucking good because Mario Kart World I have not touched since I bought the Switch. And I can tell everybody else is feeling the same way because not once has somebody been like, "Hey, do you want to play online?" Because for whatever reason, that game does not feel good.
That game's good, but we're all.
But then you see the TikToks of people like zooming around and like doing crazy shit.
Man. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Just
I'm like, I can't compete online.
Get on the road. Get off the walls.
Yeah, they need to put in a non-wall running mode.
Yeah,
turn that shit off.
What are we doing? You're gonna pick up then if you're like, because you wouldn't have played it. You should pick up end of this month. They've got the Nintendo Switch 2 Kirby, the one that came out for Nintendo Switch. The
Forgotten Worlds. Forgotten Worlds.
Yeah,
the one where he ate the cone.
Yeah, and the car.
Yeah. And the car,
yeah. Remember that classic
Keep swallowing stuff.
Where he got the gok.
Yeah. You should pick that up. No, it's a great game. But it's got the new, I'll be picking it up for the DLC. Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive DLC. So, yeah, cool. Well, that was the whole, So as I said, sort of
not much
happening in there, but it's a thing. All right, moving on. PSA, Dying Light the Beast has been delayed by 4 weeks. Techland put out a thing, says, blah, 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 blah. With just 4 additional weeks, we can address final details that make all the difference between good, great. Areas we want to improve include fine-tuning the balance of gameplay elements, looking into clarity of UI, increase the quality of physics, as well as tweaking cutscenes and play animations further, as well as adding last little details. So if you're looking forward to that coming out soon in August, look forward to it coming out soon in September. Now, instead. Sony has entered into a deal with Bandai Namco to acquire 2.5% stake in a company valued at 16 million shares. In a statement from Sony, they said this expanded partnership will focus on expanding the fan community for IP such as anime and manga around the world. And said they plan to implement initiatives including expansion of works as well as products and services based on IP developed by Bandai Namco. There's obviously a significant focus on anime and manga in the statement, as well as how Sony will leverage these areas with Bandai Namco portfolio globally. Everyone started freaking out when this news was announced because they thought that, Elden Ring was suddenly going to be exclusive on PlayStation or some crazy nonsense like that. And everyone starts freaking out. I feel like Xbox buying up so many companies that anytime there's a news story about a company buying any percentage of any company, everyone starts flipping the hell out. But I mean, Sony, as wrote in my article here, Sony has been slowly expanding and adding many other companies to their family and portfolio over the years. The ones they currently own some shares in include Epic Games, From Software, and even Devolver Digital. They acquired the anime streaming service. Sony acquired the anime streaming service in 2021. So them getting a punch in of the Bandai Namco to, as they talk about, leverage the anime IP and stuff like that. I think that's exactly what it is. It's nothing to do with what else is going on. Kieran, do you have any thoughts on Sony dipping in some money here?
It's normal. It seems to be what a lot of these companies are doing, and it's Sony. We can't think of Sony as just the PlayStation company. Like, Sony's massive. Sony do a lot more than just their video games. Like, they have a whole other part of their entertainment arm with TV and video and like physical TV units and technology. So it's nothing out of the ordinary or strange or anything that should be like kind of fought against, I don't think.
Ash?
No, I mean, this is really out of the ordinary. Like you said in you ran the article, they own shares in a bunch of different companies like Epic and Discord and Devolver and, that kind of stuff. Just a, sign of good faith, I guess. Just to buy a portion of the company or whatever. I don't know.
I feel like unlike Xbox thing where they're like, we want to buy and own all these companies, Sony seems to be quite often we're gonna make friends with this company, buy into a share of them, and
just
work
diversifying their portfolio,
with
their investment portfolio.
Yeah, I mean,
giving those dividends.
Yeah, have you done your tax this week? Have you? Or?
Not
yet. Yeah, I thought it was it was one of those funny news stories this past week though, where it drops, and I'm like, okay, interesting, and then you like see the reaction on Twitter from some people like losing their mind, thinking it's the ending of gaming as we know it.
Well, the funny thing is, Sony already apparently owns a 17% stake in From Software.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah. So why are they freaking out about
17 plus 2.5? If they combine the shares, they own Elden Ring. I think that's how the maths works.
Yeah.
If they own enough of Bandai Namco plus From Software, they get Elden Ring. It's just science, man.
I guess.
Just science. Yeah.
I think math is what you're going for.
Yeah, just maths. What am I talking about? The first ever Hellraiser game has been announced as a survival horror action game. It's even seen Doug Bradley return as Pinhead for the first time since 2005, straight to DVD classic Hellraiser Hellworld. The game follows Aiden, who attempts to rescue his girlfriend after Pinhead summons her into the depths of Cenobite world as hell. The trailer was pretty cool. I'm a Hellraiser fan, Clive Barker fan, I guess, in general. I thought this looked pretty cool. The synopsis says, experience a new chapter in the legendary horror series like never before. Clive Barker's Hellraiser revival takes first-person action horror survival to the next level. Play the story of Aiden, who must use the power of the mysterious puzzle box, the Genesis configuration, to help his girlfriend Sunny's escape from the otherworldly hellscape of the Labyrinth. Wield the powers of the box to survive your bargain with the infamous Pinhead and do battle with the horrific cult devoted to the Cenobites. If you watch the trailer and you enjoy it, and you're like, man, is there a Red Band trailer? You can head over to the game's official website where they let you see the they let you see the titties in the sex scene. I mean, let's say it how it is. I assume no one. I think neither of you would. Hellraiser's not going to. Yeah.
No, it's never like I've know of Hellraisers, but it's never really been something to be too interested in.
Ash is about to shock us and say, I am a huge Hellraiser fan.
No, I'm just confused.
Yeah.
So they're having sex, right?
Yeah. Yeah, in the trailer, yeah.
And then she's like, I feel like doing a puzzle.
No, I think the implication she's done it before, like, I think I took it the implication is she's messing around with the box.
She did the puzzle and there's like, let's have sex. And then,
let's celebrate because do you have a good puzzle and then fuck whoever you did the puzzle with?
Then the closest person and then, yes. And then,
no, hold on. They say it's clearly the boyfriend, right? Let's just clarify. She's not just fucking, there's Joe Smell on the street and she like cracks the box and she's like, you with a dick upstairs.
A real good
40th birthday, Dad.
Yeah. What is it, set in Tasmania? Jesus Christ.
No, not enough heads.
Yeah. But no, I think this looks cool. I mean, obviously, it's a very specific audience. It's a horror, survival horror game and stuff like that. And but
it looks
totally,
like they've done the
very cool.
Cenobites? Cenobites.
Yeah.
They look like what I've seen of images of them.
In movies and stuff. Yeah. Remember the last one that came out like the reboot one, and then they never did another one because it did shit at the box office
because it had a woman in it.
Yeah, well, that was the other thing. They made.
No, didn't it just come straight to Hulu?
No, I saw it at cinema, so maybe it was in America.
Maybe in America.
Yeah, I remember watching it. Also, I'll note that not to go back to a topic from 5-6 years ago, whenever that movie came out. Everyone got so pissy that they changed Pinhead to a woman. In the book, Pinhead is described as an androgynous being. So, whatever. Who cares? Final news story for this week. Directive 8020 postponed to Supermassive Games restructures. Supermassive Games has announced that they've decided to delay Directive 8020, a Dark Pictures game, as well as the redundancy of some of their team. On their X account, Supermassive Games shared the sad news they've made up to 36 roles redundant as follows. Writing, the game industry remains a challenging and ever-evolving environment. As we adapt our team structure to better align with the changes, we've had to make the very difficult decision to begin a redundancy consultation process. The decision was not taken lightly, as we know this will be an incredibly difficult time for everyone. Our absolute priority will be to offer full support to all those affected. Obviously sad and everything like that. I sometimes whenever I see it happen to studios like this, though, I'm just like, man, the because they sort of fit in that AA space, I suppose. So it's like, if you're seeing those AA developers struggling more, I feel like that's never a good sign, because that's how we end up in the world like we really were like 5-6 years ago, where you nothing but AAA. It's like, what are we doing? It's like you're either a $20 indie game or a $110 multi-billion trillion dollar studio game. Yeah, sort of annoying, but. And one other thing I just want to quickly add, because I forgot to put in notes. I did quickly want to run through, as you usually do every month, what is coming out in August. Stop me on the stuff you're excited about, please. I will read through said list up on explosionnetwork.com, of course. So we started August 6th with Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hunanaki Chronicles 2 comes to anything and everything. August 7th, Gradius Origins comes to everything and everything. And we've got Stratic Dread, The Lighthouse on PC, 1,000 Deaths on PC. August 8th, Mafia, The Old Country releases on PC, PS5, Xbox Series XS. I'm pretty keen for this. I feel like this is the August game, the Mafia.
Especially them saying it's a short game.
They're like, it's a shorter game, not an open world. We're just telling a focused story. I'm all for that. Ticking a lot of boxes, mate. A lot of words and boxes. Same day, we also have Tiny Bookshop. I'm keen for that as well. That's like a it's a cozy game. It's a you're putting books on shelves and moving around and you're stocking said bookshop and stuff like that. So that's cool. August 12th, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 comes to PS5 if you haven't had a chance to play it yet. This is the enhanced version that now runs at 60 frames per second. So, yeah. Same day, Fresh Tracks comes to PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS. I'm pretty keen for this. This is on my list of things. It's a snow... this isn't like the PC gaming showcase, I think, earlier this year, but it's basically like you're skiing along on the snow, and it's a music rhythm game at the same time. It's sort of hard to describe, but if you watch a video, you'll be like, oh, I saw this. I see the mission here, sort of thing. Same day, Abyssus comes out on PC. Gug comes out on PC. August 13th, World War Z VR comes to PC, VR, and MetaQuest. And then on the same day, Echoes of the End, PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS. I'm keen to either play this or at least see how it turns out, because this was another game that was in the PC gaming showcase earlier this year that looked to fit nicely into that AA space. It's a third-person action-adventure game telling looks to be original, interesting story. Yeah, I'm keen to, even if I don't get a chance to play it myself, at least hopefully it does. I'm hoping it's good, to be honest. So, August 14th, your big exclusive of the month, the Nintendo Switch 2, Drag and Drive. I do keep joking about it, even though I've said a few times I enjoyed what I played at the Nintendo Switch 2 event. So I'm keen to dive into this. And it's a budgety title. It's more, I think it's around $30, $40. So it's not even a fully priced thing. But if you... if you doubt what the mouse controls and how they work and everything like that, Nintendo Switch 2, they work shockingly well in this game, and it makes for quite a fun time. Madden NFL 26 comes on at the same time for everything. Warhammer 40k Dawn of War Definitive Edition comes out for PC. And then on August 16th, we have Off. I'm keen for this. This is a remaster, sort of a mix of the two, but it's basically, this game is considered an indie classic. I never heard of it until they announced it. I know within the last 6 months, and I've sort of been keeping my eye on it every time press releases come through and covering it a bit on the website. But it's basically the game that inspired Toby Fox to make Undertale. And if you watch the trailer and check it out, you can see the various obvious inspirations. And in a world that's gone full spectrum, or no, full circle even, Toby Fox has redone some of the songs for the game, and I think even done like an original track or something like that for it, or one of the bosses fights in this one or something. So it's like the game inspires him to make his game that makes him, superstar and stuff like that. And now he's come back to shine a light on this game that inspired him to make that in the first place. So yeah, I'm keen to check this out. August 19th, we get Sword of the Sea coming to PC, Xbox Series XS, and PlayStation 5. This is the new game from the team behind Abzu, Pathless, Journey. You're on a sword, and you're surfing all sorts of environments.
On some sort of sea.
Yeah. Sort of looks like you go as fast as you do in the Pathless, but this time you're actually on a board, not just your feet. August 21st, Discounty comes out. PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch. This is a supermarket sim narrative game thing where your grandma appears to be the evil overlord of Woolworths or something, and you're helping. It looks very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think I mentioned this one when we covered our Summer Game Fest mini streams and stuff. It was one of my shout outs from one of those mini streams there. However you pronounce this, Inazuma 11 anime thing, Victory Road game comes out, PC, PlayStation, Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch. All Systems Dance also comes out. So this has been, I swear, on its way forever, to be honest. But it's a dancing third-person action adventure game at the same time. Dying Light the Beast was coming out August 22nd, but yeah, delayed now. August 26th, Helldivers 2 comes to Xbox XS. So Xbox players can join the fight alongside with PlayStation and PC fans. Gears of War Reloaded comes out on the same day. So PlayStation players can join the fight in the battle against what are the enemies called in Gears of War? The bugs, the other types of bugs. I don't know, whatever they're called. Quartet comes out on the same day. I got to be honest, I had never really heard this game, and then when I was looking through what's coming out through Steam upcoming list, and I saw a trailer for this, I went, "This looks fucking insane. This is and I started doing some googling, and like people have been following it for a while. It's got a whole really interesting story behind it, but it's
a hippo.
Yeah, it looks very cool. But it's a very obvious throwback RPG, like classic RPG, like Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3 era type thing. But yeah, it looks very intriguing to me. It just seems to be hitting the exact style of all those games. Really cool pixel art, all these different environments. Battles look cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a hippo in it. So I'm keen to see more about that one. It's a very, very, very cool indie game. So, August 27th, Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar comes out to PC and Nintendo Switch. And then August 28th, as mentioned before, Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Star-Crossed World comes out on Nintendo Switch 2. So it's the base game, Forgotten Land, plus Star-Crossed World, which is the new DLC/expansion for that. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater also comes out on the same day. Is anyone actually keen for this? Because I don't really care. Kieran, I feel like you're the only person who potentially would care.
Not really.
No? Yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair. Not sure. So I feel like it will be one of the biggest games of August for general populace. But yeah, I don't think also on the same day, Shinobi Art of Vengeance comes out. Keen for this? The same team behind Streets of Rage 4.
Yes.
Very cool.
Looks very pretty.
Very pretty game. Love the art style on this. So, and then on August 29th, we have Lost Soul Aside, PC and PlayStation 5. This one has been in development for what seems like 10 years. I swear I was talking about this in the first 50 episodes of Platinum Explosion, to be completely honest. But coming out of China Hero Project. So that game is finally releasing. So I'm keen to see if it actually turns out to be good or not. But that's it. That's everything releasing video games in August. Ash, I don't know, one or two games. What are you most keen for?
Shinobi. And I don't know, maybe Gears of War. Never played it.
Yeah.
Oh, Mafia. Yeah. That's the top 3.
Kieran, your answers, but also, is there a clown in your house?
I literally just had to take my headphones off to be like, what the fuck is going on? Is that in my headphones or is that in the house?
No, it does sound like there's a clown in the background on a tricycle holding a honk, just moving around.
It sounds like the clown's getting absolutely fucking railed. Like, it is like, it left the clown nose.
They solved the puzzle.
The clown nose stays on in the bed. Oh shit. But yeah, it's probably the same. Probably Mafia and Gears, because Gears is just.
You can never replay Gears?
Always. Gears is Gears is a hell of a time. I've always wanted to play Gears with one of you guys, so yeah.
But we're going to be playing PlayStation, so you're going to pick it up on Xbox because you just get a free update.
Well, it's cross-platform, right?
It's cross-platform, so you can just download it on PC or the Xbox.
I'll probably grab it on my PC. Yeah.
I'm going to be on Game Pass, so why?
Are you? You don't play it on PC? PlayStation? Do you want to experience
paying for PC Game Pass, so I might as
well. That's fair. That's fair. All right. Well, that will do it for this week's episode of Arcade Couch. Thank you for joining us on this couch, which isn't squeaky. At least as far as I'm aware of what's going on. But, just...
We really haven't put it to the test, so...
Yeah, it's true. I don't know what's going on. Check out ExplosionNetwork.com for a lot of news stories that we discussed this episode and things like that. Check out all our social media, TikTok, Instagram, things like that. Sometimes you can see funny clips posted that the algorithm decides to shit out. Hopefully it shits out this one because it's just Kieran railing the air. And if you want to find out what's happening in that room, you can Donate. ExplosionNetwork.com/support takes you to our Ko-fi page.
How's that going to help?
Well, if we get $50, we'll put a camera in that room.
Seems like a low bar. Really low bar.
Sorry, I meant 5,000. We get $5,000.
Okay,
we'll put a camera in that room. You know, we'll find out what's going on with that clown, if they're okay. Importantly, firstly, if that clown's okay, and you know, I got to find out if the Shep clowns are different to the
regular clowns.
They're built different. I feel. Thank you very much for joining us. And until next week, same time, same couch, less squeaky. Goodbye.